So hello everyone and welcome to Chappy K's Crafts. You're probably here because you've watched the Easter chapel video already and wanted to do a little something else. And I thought, well, why not make some of these? Now you would have seen that flowers, especially lilies, are a symbol of Easter because they talk about new life, something beautiful coming out of something that seemed dead. So this is a rather appropriate craft to do as you get ready for Easter. Now, I do have to say that lilies are not necessarily the easiest of origami to make. It probably helps if you've had a bit of a go at origami with me before. And look, if you try it and you're finding it too difficult, don't worry. I will probably be uploading more origami videos over the next little bit as well to help bring you up to speed. And you will be making wonderful lilies like these in no time. So let's get to it. I'm going to teach you how to make a lily just like this out of a square of paper, because as you know I do love origami, and hopefully I'll start a bit of an origami club again soon. So let's work out how to make this lovely lily. First thing you will need is a square of paper. Now it's important these are very square because that's how origami works. You can always get a square made very easily out of a piece of A4 paper, but if you've got proper origami paper like this, you'll see it's usually white on one side and pink on the other, and that's really good because you can keep track of which sides is the right side and the wrong side. Now we want to start on this side, on the white side up, and what we are going to do is take this long straight edge at the bottom here and fold it so it matches the straight edge up the top. So what you want to do is be very careful to match your two corners and then really carefully and really sharply fold a line there. You've got a lovely rectangle. But we are going to open this up and then turn the page so that crease you've got's going up and down. And we're going to do the same thing. We're going to take this bottom edge and we're going to match it as best we can to that top edge. Just like this. So match one corner there, and then fold a nice sharp crease right there. And then we're opening it up again. Now these creases we did to help with our next big step. You'll see it makes a lovely cross shape on our paper. Rather appropriate, I think, for an Easter origami. Now what we are going to do, keep the white side up, turn it so you've got one point closer to you, and we're going to take that point there and match it to the top. So move it to the top, match it up very carefully, and then squish out one side and out the other, and you've got a lovely big triangle. Now turn it that way. And we're going to take this point of the triangle and take it to the top on that long edge. So fold it up, match the corners really well, and then nice sharp crease. We've got a nice little triangle just like that. Now can you see here? Lay it down flat and put one hand on that triangle at the bottom. You'll see we've got this little flap going free. If you put your finger in here, those creases that we just did will want to go down, and it will squish down to this lovely square shape, just like that. And now always with origami, if you've done this on one side, you're probably going to do it on the other. So let's turn it over. Let's find this triangle again. See, nice flap. Pop your finger in there and make it go squish. Now this is one of the very basic folds in origami. There is a lot you can make out of this. So what are we going to do next? So as you can see, we've got the base. We are going to do it so that these open sides sit at the top and these closed sides sit at the bottom. Now we have a lovely creased edge just here, and we are going to fold it so that that edge matches this center crease. So watch how I do that. just take it over and fold it into the middle. And I'll do the same thing with this one. So you take this edge, turn it up and fold it into the middle. And of course we've done it on one side, so now we are going to fold it over. Take the folded edge, not the open edge, the folded edge, and line it up with the middle. Then do the same with this edge here and fold it into the middle. Now, I find it easier if I turn it all the way around so that now I've got the open edges closer to me. This crease we just made here, we're going to make good use of that. And I find if I put my 2 fingers down there, this crease, this flap now sits free. And we're going to do the same thing that we did earlier. Stick your finger in this flap and using those creases you made earlier, squish it down, just like that. And it will look a bit like an upside down ice cream cone. And of course we're going to have to do it with all those other edges now. So let's move that one out the way. Find another flap. Here we go. Here's another flap. So open it up, put your finger in and squish it down just like that. Now if I turn it over, here we go again. Here's a flap. Open it up, put your finger inside of it and squish it flat. And now I reckon we've got one more flap to go. Here it is. See it there? So open it up, put your finger inside and squish it down like that. So there we go. See? Bit like an ice cream cone, maybe not as tasty. But we will keep it upside down for now. Now, see this open edge where the flaps are? We're going to take just one of these edges, just like that, and fold it so it matches the middle. So watch how I do that. Just like this. That's the way. Then we've done it to this side, so now let's do it to the flap on this side. Match it to the middle line. Just like that. So let's turn it over and find some of those other edges. So one here, to the middle, this one here, to the middle. Now we need to get to these flaps. So I end up turning this over a bit like a book so I can find that. Here we go. So just the one edge folded to the middle and the other edge folded to the middle. Let's find where are our other flaps gone. Oh, here we go. There they are. So this edge to the middle and this edge to the middle. Now that's feeling a bit unbalanced, so I'm going to do like this so it's nice and even. We've got these little legs here. Now what we need to do is get a nice crease that goes from that point to that point there. So the easiest way might be to take the top and match it to the bottom just there, just like that, and give this a really good crease, because if you've got a nice crease up here it's going to make our next step so much easier. So let's open that out again. You can see we've made a nice crease which is going to be our guiding for our next step. Now watch carefully. So what I'm going to do is open those creases we just made. You'll see there's a nice triangle made out of creases. We are going to lift up this flap only as far as that crease that you made, and then turn it down along that crease that we made earlier and that crease that we made earlier, and then get this top bit to crease nice and flat. And this is where your folding will be so important. And there we go. And then just turn that little flap down that way. And now we need to find the next one to do. So let's turn it all over. Here we go. So watch it again. Open up these two legs. Just like that. See that crease there? Lift up that flap as far as the crease. I like to put my thumb in there to hold that down. And then squish that side down. Squish that side down. And then finally fold it all the way to the point at the top. Just like that. And then see this little flap here? Fold that down. Now, I know we've got 2 more points to do, so let's turn the pages of this until we find the next 2 to do. There it is. So, open it up, lift up the flap, and squish those 2 flat. There we go. And fold down the triangle. And let's see if we can find the other one that we've got to do. Flip, flip. There it is. So open it up, lift up the flap, and fold that down again. There we go. And the triangle goes that way. And let's even that all out again. So this is how it'll look. You see you've got 4 little legs sticking out there with the triangles up there like that. Now, this is where we do turn it a bit like a book. We put it down, just take one layer and open it that way, so you've now got the solid one rather than one with all the little bits and pieces like this. So see here? We want to get it so that we've got the same number of legs on both sides. Let's turn that one that way. Perfect. Now this is where it will help to make sure you get the right side. Can you see all the open bits are here? Put them at the top away from you, because we're going to work with this edge here. So just pick up one of these layers. We're going to take this edge and match it to the middle in a way we have before. So just like that. Match it to the middle, and of course the same with the other side. Take the edge up and match it to the middle, and then we're going to turn it over and do the same thing again. Edge to the middle. Now if we open it up to that blank space, we'll take that edge to the middle, that edge to the middle, then let's open that up to those ones, that edge to the middle, and that edge to the middle. So that's how it looks. I'm just going to fold that over so that it balances out again, just like that. Now, this is the fun bit. If you take one of these open points here and just fold it down as far as it will go, you'll see there are these little triangles here, and then do the same on the other side. Then what we can do is open it out there, do the same for these 2, and fold them down. This side, and fold them down. And now you can see, if you just pull these out a little bit, look at that, it's forming a flower. If you want to have nice petals, you can wrap them around your finger a little bit to give them a bit of shape, and you have your lovely Easter lilies. Well done everyone. So good luck with that. That is a fairly advanced bit of origami if you've not done much before. Have a look out. I might make more beginner origami activities as well, so you can start to get a feel for it and maybe even work up to this if you found this rather difficult. Otherwise, have a very blessed Easter, everyone, and we will see you soon.